Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode here at Doctors of Podiatry. We're definitely way overdue. It's been a long time since we do one of these plantar wart videos. So I think it's definitely a great thing for a lot of great reasons. Young gentleman who has presented to our office today with a mosaic pattern type of plantar warts, left heel. The patient has already sought previous medical care consisting of a little bit of cryotherapy, which according to the patient did not render any type of improvement. So he is here for a second opinion. He saw one of our videos on YouTube platform and learned a little bit more about the Canthrone Plus, aka the Beetlejuice. Why do we call it the Beetlejuice, patient? Do you remember from one of our videos why?
I do not.
The Canthrone comes from where?
No, the Beetlejuice.
That's right,
Yeah.
a beetle, right? There are certain insects, animals, and so on and so forth that do produce certain enzymes, acids, caustic solutions that we use for something as such. So without further ado, Caesar, let's get to work. Okay, everyone, so what we're looking at here is actually, I'll use my little, these blade handles have little, I don't know if anyone knew that, little ruler there. So from here to here, right, all of this, island. Come on. So what do we know about viruses? Let's just kind of talk a little bit about these warty tissues. It's a virus, right? We know that, number one. Number two, different types also. They do, if I don't know if you can see there, Caesar, there is a callus cap right on the top. There's a callus that forms. Also, we see these pinpoint hemorrhagic changes, these little black dots all over here and so on and so forth. How do these warts survive? Blood, right? Blood. And they're painful. Warts are painful. Not when we do this, no. But if we were to squeeze, right? I'll do this slowly. Do you feel any pain?
A little bit, but when I have tight shoes, I definitely feel it.
Yeah. Historically, when you press,
yeah,
on or squeeze. So what we're gonna first do is we're gonna remove the callus cap. We're gonna apply the Canthrone. If we do see a little bit of blood, that's totally normal because we're hitting those tiny little micro vessels, the pinpoint hemorrhagic changes, and the patient should not feel any discomfort, regardless, right? All of that. Anyways, so we're just kind of working our way here. Well, these lesions they're just they don't cooperate a lot of the times, right? We try the more conservative approach. If the conservative approach doesn't pan out, then we move into a more, we'll just say semi-aggressive, the excision, right? The only problem, I don't have a problem if these warts were like here or here, excluding the bottom of the foot. That wouldn't be a problem because you don't walk on the top of the foot. We walk on the bottom of the foot. If you have a large hole, and I said this before, if you have a large defect, because we don't, once we excise these warts on the bottom, we don't close them. They basically heal from the inside out by secondary intention. So imagine walking on this defect every single day. It's going to be what? Painful. So that's why I like to leave it as a last resort. Realistically, for people that come in with large plantar warts, if I know that the cantharon is not going to do a whole lot to it, I just go straight to there, right? The excision. So a little bit of Parmesan cheese there. I'm going to move the foot a little bit this way. There we go. You okay?
Yeah, and just making it easier for you.
Oh, thank you. And this is going to give us a really nice visual on the warty tissue. Here we got a little pinpoint bleeding here. Totally normal. You probably didn't feel that, patient. Yeah. So we like to get to that level. That gives us a really, really nice visual on all of it. Some clinicians just go straight to the application of the cantharon. I personally like to remove all of this, right? All of this.
Yeah.
All of this, and you guys can clearly tell now what's good and what's not good. A little bit more here, a little bit more here. You okay up there?
Yeah. No pain.
Okay, good. We'll take a little bit from here. A little more from here. And I try to remove as much as I can, so the cantharon doesn't have to work through that, right? Just go straight to the warty tissue.
Yeah.
A lot of tissue here. I hope no one's falling asleep on the other side of the camera, right? Okay. I think we're all set. Caesar, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Caesar, what are you using for your warts?
Nothing. I don't have a wart.
Okay. We're all set there. Here we go. Okay. So, here, then there's good tissue right here, and then it jumps to bad tissue. I don't know if you can see that there. Don't worry, this is not gonna land on you, Caesar. Relax. Okay, so let's pass over the Beetlejuice. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the Beetlejuice. Excuse me. Extremely. Can you smell that, patient?
Yeah, I can smell it from here.
Yeah.
They're like 4 feet away.
Yeah. So this stuff is. Oh yeah. Caesar just woke up. Here we go. Schmear. A little bit here, a little schmear.
It's a Beetlejuice.
Yeah. This stuff.
That's honey?
Honey? No.
It looks like honey.
It looks like honey. Would you like to taste? For your warts?
I'll pass today.
Schmear. First thing I like to do is let it dry out. You guys are going to quickly see. It's going to change colors. It starts to turn white. See, this is the area here where I see the most. The patient may not like me very much tomorrow. We're still friends though.
Yeah, we're friends.
Today. Maybe tomorrow you won't like me very much. Sometimes what we see here, remember, the cantharon produces a blistering effect. So you may see several blisters tomorrow. And for people that, I tell them not to be alarmed. If you do see a blister, because it's on a weight-bearing surface, it's gonna pop. And that's okay, because that's gonna alleviate the pressure, alleviating thus the pain. Okay? So again, I told the patient in 2 weeks, he's going to come back here looking at the clinical presentation, multiple applications every 2 weeks. Maybe 3, maybe 4. But the trick to the cantharon is putting a full core press. Dr. Wagner, I'll be back in 3 weeks. No. 2 weeks. In a week? No, 2. And that's where people drop the ball. Consistency. Right on. Every 2 weeks. Boom, 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 boom. These warts have a mind of their own. They'll challenge us. Basically, what I mean by that is sometimes they come back with a vengeance after we apply the cantharon. They're like, oh yeah? Watch this. A great video for a lot of great reasons, okay? You know, we haven't done one of these videos in quite some time in respect to the warts. I think that Caesar dropped the ball again, but we're back on the saddle. It's a joke. You can laugh. There you go. I know my jokes are horrendous. They're the worst. Okay, so did this? People are always asking, was this painful? The application of this?
Not at all.
Not at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
No local anesthesia. We haven't done really anything. We just basically, you know, removed some of the callus, the application, and now the patient will go back to daily life activities.
Yep.
Okay, and we keep the area clean, covered, and dry for 2 days just to make sure. You know, water will deactivate the medication. So if that does happen, we have to start from scratch. Right? I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the patient for allowing us to do this. Your feet will be somewhat famous, whatever, you know, for whatever it's worth. You can put that on your resume or CV. Caesar, you know, in respect to your warts, you know, I mean, how does his warts look? What do you think?
Oh, they're bad.
They look bad, right?
Yeah.
Big warts, right? You gotta take care of those already, man.
Okay, I will.
Anyway, so again, Cantharon Plus, Cantharon, yet another treatment in the toolbox for plantar verrucas, plantar warts, call it whatever you want to call it. We're not going to get much into the reasons of why. How do we get them, right? That's another big conversation. Okay. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. For all the new subscribers, thank you very much for joining us on this wonderful journey. For the people that haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I think you'll enjoy it as much as we have enjoyed it as well. As always, take care of those warts. Thank you for watching.